You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. You have this brilliant idea, something that could be a total game changer. But when you share it, nothing. It just falls flat. Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down the essential skills you need to turn those amazing ideas into powerful communication that actually gets people on board. So let's dive in.
So, what's the core problem here? It's a super common and, let's be honest, frustrating experience in any job. You've got the perfect solution, but you just can't seem to get anyone to listen. Why do so many great ideas get lost in translation?
So why do they get ignored? Well, here's the thing. It's almost never about the quality of the idea itself. The breakdown nearly every single time happens in the delivery. There's this massive gap between the crystal clear concept you have in your head and what your audience is actually hearing.
Yeah, on one side you have your idea, and to you it's insightful, it's innovative, it's gonna change everything. But on the other side, if it isn't packaged and delivered the right way, it just lands as confusing, unclear, or even worse, unconvincing. Closing this communication chasm, that's the absolute key to professional persuasion.
Okay, so how do we actually start building that bridge across the chasm? Well, it all starts with our most fundamental tool, language itself. Before we can even dream about building persuasive reports or giving knockout presentations, we have to master the absolute basics. The source material calls these the writing essentials, and that is the perfect term. Think of it like this. You're building a house. These essentials are the foundation. Without a solid bedrock of clear, concise, and correct language, anything else you try to build on top is going to be wobbly, and eventually, it's just going to fall apart. And it's amazing how simple these factors are, yet how incredibly powerful they can be. Is your message easy to understand? Is it free of confusing jargon? That's clarity. Are you getting straight to the point without using 20 words when 10 will do? That's conciseness. And is your work free of typos and errors that just kill your credibility? That's correctness. These three pillars, they're not just nice ideas, they are completely non-negotiable. All right, so once that foundation is totally solid, we can start building something really impressive on top of it. Let's look at how this all comes together in writing, where a great idea gets formalized and ready to make a real impact. I love this idea of being an architect of persuasion. It's so powerful, right? You're not just writing a document, you're literally designing a structure for your idea. A formal report is the blueprint that shows everyone exactly how your idea is built, why it's sound, and most importantly, why they should pay attention to it. And the crucial thing to see here is that there's a clear process to follow. First, you structure your argument logically, like laying out the rooms in that house. Then, you apply the rules of formal writing using a professional tone and style. And finally, and this part is key, you don't just edit for grammar, you edit for persuasion. You sharpen every single sentence to maximize its impact. But a blueprint isn't the final building, is it? It's meant to guide the construction of the real thing. So now we take that carefully crafted written argument and we bring it to life through the spoken word, in our presentations, our meetings, and those really critical pitches. And you're probably noticing a pattern here, a parallel process, just like with writing. It always starts with your audience. Who are they? What do they really care about? From there, you build a compelling narrative, a story, not just a dry list of facts. And finally, you deliver that story with presence, with the kind of confidence and conviction that makes people lean in and really listen. So when you put all of these pieces together, the foundational language, the structured writing, the compelling delivery, you get something incredibly powerful. You get your own personal blueprint for professional presence. And look, if there is one single thing you walk away with today, let it be this. Charisma, influence, persuasion, these aren't some magical traits that only a few people are born with. No, they are skills. Presence is a skill. And just like any other skill, it can be learned, it can be practiced, and it can be mastered. It is built piece by piece. So that leaves us with one final and really important question for you. Looking at all these building blocks, the language essentials, the written word, the spoken word, which one will you focus on strengthening first? Really think about it. Because that first step you decide to take, that's the one that starts your journey from just having a great idea to truly making an impact.